Hey, what's up? Welcome to this week's episode of 5 Minutes of Management. As always, I'm Frank Kalman here with Rick Bell. Rick, this is our last 5 minutes of management before the holiday and New Year season. Any well wishes for our viewers out there?
From our sweaters to yours, we are very thankful for you watching 5 Minutes of Management, and we have some great things in store for 2017. So definitely keep it on workforce.com and check out Frank's site, Talent Economy. Really good stuff over there, too.
Why not? So, Rick, what do we got on the news front this week?
You know, Frank, Zenefits, we talk about Zenefits from time to time, and once again, they are in the news. Now, full disclosure, Zenefits does handle our benefits and some of our HR deals. So, but we're more than happy to talk about them, too, news-wise. So, Washington State actually told Zenefits that what they're doing with their free model is really not allowed. So Zenefits is now going to be charging in the state of Washington $5 per employee. The insurance commissioner, Mike Preidler, ordered Zenefits to end its free software business model because it violates the state laws against inducements, which are rebates insurance brokers provide to clients to attract their business. So, yeah, some more changes for Zenefits. It seems like it's one thing after another with that organization.
And David Sachs, company CEO, joining Donald Trump's transition team, as I recall.
Not necessarily. He did resign, and he has taken on the chairman role at Zenefits. And he said he did tweet on December 11th. I just want to reiterate what my spokesperson already said. I am not joining the government. I'm 100% focused on smooth transition at Zenefits. So maybe a little bit of good news there, a silver lining for Zenefits.
Yeah, so Zenefits will be naming its third CEO soon. I
yes,
presume.
They will.
They had the founder, Parker Conrad, David Sachs, who's longtime Bay Area venture capitalist, executive.
Right, PayPal, former PayPal.
PayPal, that's right. And then they will have somebody else.
Shortly.
So, Rick, we hear a lot in the news about how do we solve the gender pay gap and how do we get more women in leadership positions. Well, an economist out of the University of North Carolina might have found something that could be helpful, and that is put a woman as leader in charge of the company. Mm-hmm. According to the Wall Street Journal, companies hoping to boost financial performance and solve the gender pay gap could solve all these issues by hiring a woman as chief executive. There's a professor from the University of North Carolina, Luca Flabby, found that women who took over from male chief executives increased sales per employee by roughly 14% in companies where women comprised at least 1/5 of the workforce. Furthermore, having a woman as CEO also led to a narrower pay gap between men and women in a company, lifting salaries of top-performing women by roughly 10%. So, two things there to unpack. The first, having a woman CEO increases sales, at least in these companies, by about 14%. Any thoughts? Is this a coincidence, or could there be something at work here?
Well, I think we are seeing that movement. It's glacial. It's been a long time coming. And I think as you see more and more women CEOs taking over organizations and companies, that could very well be the case. Maybe it's soft skills. Maybe it's just they're better motivators. Maybe it's just that guys just want to have bottom line results. But I think this is a really positive trend. And on top of that, Frank, so the January issue of Workforce is dedicated to the women of HR. So our reporters have interviewed 6 of the top CHROs in the country, and it's a really impressive package. So we're just wrapping that up, and it'll be going to press and online very shortly.
Very cool. Well, that's all we've got for this.
Frank, we have one other thing. We have one other thing, Frank. So, okay.
I'm ready to get to Christmas.
I know you are. Me too.
And all the other holidays.
So Frank, it is the end of the year, 2016, and of course, Google released its top searches for 2016. What's your top search, Frank?
Workforce Magazine.
I like that.
Guilty.
Yeah. Mine is Zenefits for some reason because I keep bringing up more stuff on these guys. Anyway, so it's not a surprise, but Powerball was the number one search. And then, of course, a lot of election-related issues. No surprise that Trump, Hillary Clinton election were in there, as well as Slither.io. And I had to figure, I had no clue what Slither was, but it's some game, I guess, right?
Did it lead you to Google it, and then you
It
boosted
did.
the ranking
I
even
did.
more?
I did. So it just shot up to number 2. And then Prince, of course, Hurricane Matthew, Olympics, David Bowie, and yeah, Hurricane Matthew. So there you go.
Interesting little trivia to
It
finish
is.
off the year. Well, can I officially end
You
the
may
show now?
close it.
Thank you for joining us for the whole year of 2016 on 5 Minutes of Management. We'll see you next year in 2017. For Rick Bell, I'm Frank Kalman. Be sure to follow us, of course, on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and we'll see you next year.
Happy New Year.